and entrepreneurs. We discussed ways to start, build, and increase your business. On Happy Business Radio, Podcast City Radio, and the Podcast City Podcasting Network. Now let's welcome Peter Salerno.
Yes, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And thank you so much for listening. All our regular listeners know that we start off by saying good morning, good afternoon, and good night because of the different time zones that people listen to this program. And this evening, we are privileged to have several people from overseas and different countries. And we've got people here from Kenya, we've got people from Thailand, we've got people from America. And for the person to be up to do this recording, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning over there. So, I really appreciate their time. So I'll introduce them in just a minute, but I just wanted to say thank you again to the people who have sent me messages. I've been getting regular messages from different parts of the world. And of course, it's not just about the message, it's what the message says. And like last week and the week before, I've got several messages from Fiji. I got a message from Tunisia, saying that somebody there has been listening to our program regularly, and they have used several of the advice that different people have given. And that's what this program's all about. It's about helping people help other people. So, I really appreciate everybody that listens to this program, and especially sharing it and becoming a follower, because that way there we can help a lot more people. That's what the whole program's all about, is helping people in business, how to grow their business and to motivate people to even do better. And I think this evening is a really good example of that, because my special guest this evening, I've got a couple, so I'll introduce them. But my special guest is, of course, Alex Farmer. Alex is a young lad. When I first met him, still wet behind the ears, and somebody else had to wipe his nose, as children. But seriously, he won the Inventor of the Year award, and he won the South Australian Inventor, and he won the Royal Adelaide Show prizes, and he's like consecutively winning all the time. And just recently, or a couple of years ago, he went to Asia and won an international award over there. And this year, he's just come back from Malaysia, where it's another international award, and he's got a beautiful big trophy here and a gold medal around his neck for the Young Inventor of the Year. So, Alex, welcome to the program again.
Thank you, Peter. It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's good to have you. And of course, John, your dad's here with you. And
good to be here.
Yeah, thank you, John. It's always good to see the parents supporting, their children as they grow up and all the rest of it. So I know that he's a great support for you, because it'd be hard. But very important, I've got a couple of special guests, Latoya Samuel Walton from America, from USA in Philadelphia. So Latoya, pleasure to have you on the program. Thank you so much for staying up in the morning and middle of the night to be with us. So thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Good evening to you. Good morning everywhere else.
Yeah. Yep. That's why I always say good morning, good afternoon, and good night, because people will be listening to this in their own time zone. And of course, we've had Dr. Sampon from Singapore. Let me get it right. From Thailand, and he's been on before. He's at the university there. And thank you and welcome again, Dr. Sampon. Thank you.
Thank you very much for having me here today. Yeah, thank you very much. Say hello from Thailand.
Yeah, thank you. It's a pleasure, because and also we've got Dr. Peng, who's on as well. So thank you, Dr. Peng, for coming on. Can you hear us all right there? Maybe not. I know. I can see him though. And of course, the whole person that started all this, and it's his fault, which is Miro. Miro here, right alongside me. Thank you, Miro. Thank you for coming in.
Good to be back. Yeah,
It's good to be back.
I've travelled the region, and now all these people are sort of more motivated.
Oh, good on you, because I'd like to find out more about it, and we'll share some of your highlights, because, all these people around the world at the moment, and it's all because of you. So it's your fault.
It's the people that make it happen.
That's what I say all the time. It's the people that make it happen. But the fact is, you had the idea of starting this RunLink technology, and whoever's listening to this and you haven't heard about it, look it up. You know, I'll get Miro and, of course, Alex to tell us more about it. But we've also got Dion from Lee from Kenya that is on, and we'll be able to see him shortly or talk to him as well if we can. So we've got, 4 or 5 different countries this evening listening to us and talking with. But let's just do this very quickly. Alex, we'll start with you. So tell us about this trophy and what you did to win this World Youth Championship.
Yeah, of course. So in the Royal Adelaide show and last year, I invented this smart irrigation system that actually uses this. Well, at the time when I first built it, it didn't have satellite connection at all.
Yeah.
It was just an irrigation system that detects leaks automatically, and it automatically reported that information back to the farmers just via Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
But of course, straight after winning the Royal Adelaide show, I realized that Wi-Fi is quite limited in range.
Yes.
So we've actually included this new technology called Mariota.
Mm-hmm.
So Mariota is a company that develops space communication systems, and they've developed satellites that can communicate with tiny devices like this on the ground. So
yeah, I can see it.
Have a look at it.
It looks just like an ordinary electric plug, like a switch where you switch
it looks
electricity
like a switch
on and
panel.
off.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Mariota. And it's just got a little aerial in the center of it, but like it's all the intricate stuff in the keyboard or the motherboard or whatever you call this at the back.
Yep.
Is that the motherboard?
That's the motherboard.
Okay, so it's all that intricate stuff in the motherboard that puts it all together.
But if you actually look at the chip that handles all the communications, it's actually a fraction of the size of a unit.
Yeah.
So it's a lot smaller. So I've been able to use the Mariota system in my project.
Yep. Excellent.
And this is actually communicating directly with a satellite in space. So that enables my irrigation system to be deployed anywhere in the world, like in the middle of Australia or
in the middle of any desert,
any desert,
any remote area,
remote regions with farms.
Yeah.
And it enables that communication no matter the location.
So basically, if somebody's got a way out property and they're trying to irrigate it, this system with your previous invention worked hand in hand together. So if there's a water pressure failure or a burst pipe somewhere, that can immediately tell them where it is and how and what the pressure is or whatever.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And with current technologies, it can with the current Mariota technology, with the amount of satellites they've got up there, the communication window is around 2 hours. So it could be anywhere from 2 hours to about 5 minutes, depending on what a satellite is in the sky.
Right. Now, I know that they've got lots of satellites around across Australia and most of it, but are those satellites in other parts of the world as well?
Yep. So satellites
out?
Are orbiting the planet.
Yeah,
so,
yes, I realize that, but I'm just saying is whether they're orbiting at a cluster or they're separated,
Yeah, they're all separated, so it works anywhere in the world.
Yeah,
essentially.
Excellent, excellent. Now, of course, we've got Miro here who invented this whole thing. So, Miro, you've recently gone off and went to Asia and Southeast Asia and Nepal. So tell us a little bit about that.
That's right. In fact, I met Alex and John overseas as well and joined them also for the competition. But even before we went though, Mariota is actually a South Australian company just around the corner from us here in South Australia.
Yeah, they're just in lot 14. So.
So they're actually literally a few blocks away there. So the difficulty has been that to connect to satellites has been too difficult. So our system, the RunLink now, as a world first, has now enabled students, such as Alex and others, to be able to include real satellites in their projects, so they can communicate with them for real in their project. So around the world, we have various people using the RunLink. So I flew over first of all, actually, to Nepal.
Yeah.
And in Nepal, there is a young man there called Kiran, and he has been spearheading a STEM center over there as well. And so he has many students there as well. So they're obviously interested also in the satellites. And also I spoke to the university. But, you know, a good friend of ours, I think you know him, Charles Figelow from NovaFast here in South Australia also was there in Nepal with me.
Oh, wow.
And he was there also presenting his pipes and saying how the satellites and the Runlink can connect even to the industrial pipes there as well that he's doing. So then I went to Penang, and also Alex and John joined me there as well, and they did workshops. And in fact, even before they joined me, I went to Thailand and joined up with Dr. Sampon.
Yes.
To his university, I actually went to his university.
Yeah.
And he was so interested that he actually bought 4 of these units from South Australia to use in his university to connect into the students. So that's the same one that just was in that box that we just showed you. So he's using it, and then I came back, and Alex showed his project right across Penang there as well, and quite a few schools. We then went to KL, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia, and went to the ITEX World Young Inventors competition there as well.
Wow.
And it was amazing to see. But when we got back, Alex hasn't told you this, but while
we
we were
given
there,
a chance
while we were there, Mariota sent
Yes.
us an email and said, we want you to meet the Premier of South Australia because we're going to see him. We want you to present this project to the Premier,
right?
Because this is really a world first connection to these satellites, and we want to show what's actually now possible as well. So, Alex, you did present. What happened?
Yeah, so I pretty much presented my project to him, and I explained to him the applications that it has in the education industry. Because of course, space is really starting to take off in Australia. We've got the Australian Space Agency, we've got Mariota, we've got the startups such as Robinson Aerospace, who are making satellite kits for schools. And so education is really critical to having space succeed in Australia.
Well, the STEM seems to be taking off very wide, and there's so many applications that people use that for, you know. And that's what we were talking about previously, about being specific about something, but have as wide a coverage as possible, you know, being like if you're studying engineering, but then you've got to study a whole variety of different engineering, because
that's right.
Nowadays it's not just this. Now it's the space sort of thing, this and that and everything else. And before it was just you're either a mechanical engineering or an electrical engineer. Now you've got to know it all.
That's right.
And the technology is fast, moving so fast. So, Latoya.
Yes.
Right. Thank you so much for being with us. And she's all the way from Philadelphia. So, Latoya, tell us how you're using this technology. What are you doing in America with it?
So, oh, can you hear me? Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so I have my partner, Jay. He's a physics professor at Temple University School of Engineering. So we have been doing programs for young people, high school students, junior high school students, and some college students. They've been engaging in, they've done some of the satellite, they're learning how to use the satellite as well. They're doing all different types of robotics and coding programs. They're learning the Runlink. So we are connecting a lot of students that did not have access to this advanced technology. We're introducing it to them and giving them an opportunity to be able to explore it and take it further. And like Alex did, he won competitions and he wound up securing a job. So that's what we want to do. So Alex really is the
good example,
poster child,
yeah,
so to say. So that's what we're trying to do. That's what we're looking to accomplish here in the U.S. And we also have programs going in other countries in West Africa. So we're looking to expand this.
Excellent, because we've got somebody on the line here from Kenya as well. Can you hear us from Kenya now?
Yes, I can hear you.
How are you?
Can you hear
Thank
me?
you. Thank you for joining us. So tell us a little bit about what you're doing with this program in Kenya now.
I just began being onboarded to the program. So I'm here to receive the Mariota link. I'm being told about what it can do, observe, and detect a lot using the satellite. So I'm still in the process of being onboarded.
Yep. Have you been using the Mariota equipment yet or not?
Not yet. I haven't started using it. I'm using the online run link.
Yes.
Doing some online small projects just to familiarize myself by the time I get the satellite.
Okay.
If I may
Yes.
explain a little bit, please. We got to know Fidelis no more than 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
and
wow.
Through a very old friend, John Habucha, his uncle, Fidelis' uncle is John Habucha. So John's, Miro, myself, we started the African Microchip Training Center when one of the Sudanese boy was killed in the city center, remember?
Yes.
2009, when two 15-year-old boys from Sudan were waiting for the bus in King William Street, I think. And then they had a bit of disagreement, and then were chasing each other through the shops. And one grabbed a knife and accidentally stabbed the other boy. And from there, the African community leaders then said, can we start a robotic club? And we didn't know what to do because there's no resource there. We don't have computers. So John then said, no problem. I know the director of immigration. I know the governor. And that's how 2009, we started this mentoring program. And
Fantastic.
we spread it now throughout the world. It is a mentoring program.
Well, you know, because of Miro, that all this is possible. But we've got to take a break. We come straight back after this break. We've been over 15 minutes already. So let's take a break and we'll come straight back. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
You got waiting?
ET from Malaysia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was also in Penang with us, helping us too.
All right. He's not on.
No, he wants to join.
He's joining the Zoom just now.
Okay.
Here he is.
Yeah. ET is like the mirror of Malaysia. Sompon is the mirror of Thailand.
Yep.
And I can't say the same for Latoya is the version of Miro in Philadelphia.
He's helping Jay. And
yeah,
Hera
Jay together with Jay. So that's why this network is successful, because everybody, like Dr. Sompon, been to America, funded by the American Embassy on a STEAM journey. This is 2017. You know, and yet today he connect back to this through Latoya. Hopefully the tech girls, girl techs.
Yep.
You see, Latoya actually bring her students to United Nations.
Wow.
Latoya, you want to say a few words about that, please?
Well, hang on. We'll wait till we start again, and then I'll ask you to do it on here.
Yeah,
on the recording.
So just in the background is that
you ready then, Ron?
This is
hang on.
This is your
business tip.
Business tip.
Okay.
This is the 12-minute session.
Okay.
Are we starting soon?
Yeah, just wait a minute.
You know when you're ready, and I will start recording. Okay, I'm muting everyone.
Okay, so everybody will be muted, and then we'll come on. I'll just do a quick a business tip.
Okay, I'm muting everyone. Ready to go, Peter?
Yes, thank you. You're listening to Happy Business Radio with Peter Salerno on Podcast City Radio.
Get ready to jot down some fantastic tips and advice with Peter Salerno from Happy Business Radio.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much. And thank you to everybody listening, and especially all our guests. At the moment, we've got 4 or 5 different guests from 4 or 5 different countries. And we've got with us Alex Farmer, who was just won the Inventor of the Year, the Junior Inventor of the Year. So, you know, we've got some very, very good things happening around the world. And this is one of the quotes that I picked up from a business tip thing. And it says establish an appealing and user-friendly website and utilize social media to reach broader audiences. Now, that might sound very simple, but unfortunately, most of the websites, most of the people that I see don't have a user-friendly website and don't have media. They don't use it very well. A lot of small businesses miss out on growing their business because it takes them years to realize that they're not doing it right. So, you know, if you've got a business, make sure that you're using it correctly, use the social media. And if you don't know, ask. You know, that's what I always say. If you need help, ask me. You know, ask me, ask Ron. And if we can't help you, we will find somebody who can. So there's no excuse for not having a business established that is user-friendly and you know, all this media that's happening, you know, and there are so many people who are so-called media gurus. So, you know, you got to listen to the right ones, listen to all of them and pick up the ones that you relate to. So there's no use going here and say, oh, yeah, but they got a good reputation. They may not be good for you, you know, and some people aren't necessarily good for you, although they'll tell you they are. So that's very, very important in any business. But at the moment, we're talking to Miro and his group of people that is all because of Miro and Dr. Peng, who started here in Adelaide and now literally all over the world. And you know, Latoya has just joined from America and she's doing this thing. Now, Latoya, how long is it that you've been using this Rung Lin?
We got involved, I think it was in 2019 when I first met Miro and Peng.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's you know, it's 4 or 5 years already that you've been using it. And approximately how many people have you trained with this information? Do you have any idea how many?
I don't know the number because it's we do so many clusters of students all throughout the year. So they can come during the summer programs or after school programs. They come at different times.
Yeah. Okay. So Latoya, just for the benefit of everybody else, you've got people coming to you and you've also said you have people in West Africa that you're helping as well.
Yeah, so our organization is registered in Ghana.
Yeah.
And we have been doing programs in Ghana. I am on the board for Ghana Code Club, where they served over 5,000 students, teaching whether it's mobile classrooms or they have on-site, they just open up a new location, after school summer programs, over 5,000 students. And we've also been doing programs for teachers, introducing teachers so that they can keep this going, keep these curriculums going and keep the students engaged. So, and we have a high turnout rate for young girls. It's incredible. It's incredible.
Because last time we were speaking to somebody and it was like a girls club, a girls only. I think that was in Thailand, wasn't it? And so also in Nepal, there was somebody there that was doing this for girls only. But you've got, yours is male and female, although it's predominantly females. Is that right?
No, it's male and female, but we give emphasis on involving and engaging young girls to get involved, to reduce some of the biases and the single perspectives on technology, on STEM altogether, including math, engineering. We want to make sure that these young girls are given opportunities to be able to compete. We're in a digital world and we can't leave anybody behind. And when you have these young girls who are going to be future mothers and wives, we want to make sure that they're being included in this process and understanding the changing times, the evolving times. And so we want to make sure that we protect all of our children, young boys and girls, from digital exploitation, cyber attacks, or just teaching digital ethics, morals, how to engage online. So that's the perspective that I come from, is we want to make sure that we get this marginalized community involved and engaged and aware, teach awareness.
What a great thing to do. Now we've also got Ebenezer, and where's Ebenezer from now? Can you hear me, Ebenezer? He's from Africa as well. I will come back to Ebenezer. We can't hear Peng for some reason.
It's muted, I think.
Yeah.
I muted. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Eben. He's from Nigeria.
Oh, Eben, how are you?
Yeah. Professor Ebenezer.
Professor, is it?
Yeah. Can you hear us, Eben? Dr. Eben.
Dr. Eben, can you hear us?
Maybe you are muted. Are
Maybe
you muted? Check your.
No, he's not muted at our end.
Yeah.
But so we've got people from, like I said, 5, 6 different countries now.
Yeah.
On there, and there's another one there just joined as well.
Yes. His name, I
Henry.
think, is Henry, is it?
Yeah, Henry's has just joined as
Jackson,
well.
is it? Is
And
it Jackson?
E.T. has also joined us.
And there's another boy that is called Gideon. Do you see Gideon there?
Yes.
Yeah, Gideon is president of Creative and Innovation Club in his high school called Chungling, the top high school.
Wow.
In Malaysia, in Penang. Our sister city.
Yes. To Adelaide.
What do you call it? Georgetown.
To Adelaide.
Yeah, to Adelaide. Yeah.
Okay. So Dr. Pong, Sam Pong, just can you tell us what's happening at your university now? Because you've been using Runlink for quite a while now, haven't you?
Yes, thank you. In for my case, I also since I think 5, 6 years already that we have done together from that time before COVID, and then now we also have like many learning station. For example, I have Plern station. Plern stay mean Plern is mean play and learn, and then it's like to become the word Plern stay.
Yeah.
Okay, I build up the house and then put the IoT inside, put the solar cell, put the biogas, thing like that, in order to combine them together. And now we apply the Mariota satellite IoT also in order to observe and get some data around the house in order to send to the satellite data. Let's say like a Runlink, Runlink's data. Cloud data, something like that. I have now for the Mariota, it's about 4 pieces of set in order to put on the Plern stay, one place for my hometown, and then the second one for my university, because we would like to motivate the people about the STEM education for the kid, for lifelong learner, for different group of the people in order to come to the library, JFK library we have in Prince of Songkhla University, Pattani campus. And the third one I would like to put on my car. It's a solar panel on the roof, on the rooftop of the car, in order to observe and get the different data from different places, things like that, in order to show the people that it is possible. And the fourth one, we would like to apply for the remote area, for example, the landslide places, because we also have many mountains around us and we have a heavy rainfall. It is also possible to get the data, observe the data from the mountain. That is maybe also linked to the let's say like a land property, land profile property, in order to send to the satellite. We would like to show in a different type of the using or application of the Mariota and things like this. This is the first time of us that we use the IoT to link to the satellite and get the information. Yeah,
fantastic.
It is
fantastic. Yeah. I think you know this Runlink technology with this Mariota now, you know, like one builds the other, and it's like you, Alex, winning a prize and then working out how else you can use it. And that's one of the things I was saying to you at the Wavell Showgrounds. You know, how else can this be used? And this can be used in lots and lots of areas. And you know, irrigation and underground irrigation. You know, many other. In industry, in machinery, and that sort of stuff, where you've got big pipes or little pipes, or you know, pressure pipes, and you know, a whole variety of steam and water, gas, or whatever. You look at what you're doing, and then you say, how else can it be used? All of a sudden, you come up with 5 or 6 different inventions. Or
absolutely,
yeah, that's what happens. Now, it's good, like what Dr. Pong said. Now that in mountainous areas and stuff like that, where you don't get the reception as well, you've got a satellite and then you can get the information fairly quickly. And you said as well, with Wi-Fi, it's not everywhere available. You know, like I know I traveled up north and, you know, my phone was useless because I couldn't make phone calls, you know.
Even cellular is not available everywhere.
Yeah, no, it's not. I mean, when you go to Roxby or Port Augusta, then you lose out on several different providers, you know, don't have their availability up there. But with the satellites, it's like having the old-fashioned satellite phones. When we were on a cattle station, we used to have a big box we used to have to carry around to make a phone call, you know. But this is wonderful. So with the Fidel, who's just started, can you hear me, Ke?
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
So have you been using RunLink for a while, or is that just recently as well?
He's going to get
Just
the satellite transceiver soon. His uncle just bought one.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Just this week. So he's just started joining us 2 weeks ago. So he's not used it yet. Other than online projects, he did some online projects. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to find out. How have you been involved, or how do you feel you could use this? Tell us from your opinion.
From my opinion, in our country, recently we've had rains affecting us, floods, and using this technology to be able to detect where floods are going to happen, or if you're going to experience any heavy rains, and then advise the government for contingency measures to be taken in place. We also got farmers who trade with business companies here in Nairobi. They're putting their produce from the farms in remote areas. They can't track if the farm produce is still fresh or rotten. So by the time it gets into Nairobi, the company can say, oh, your product was rotten and whatnot. So there's conflict in between. So using this technology to detect the food temperatures and the freshness, you'll be able to mitigate such conflicts in between.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, look, I understand that. You know, when I was a very young boy, we lived on a farm property and we used to grow tomatoes. And when we brought our tomatoes to the factory, they'd say, oh, no, these aren't good. They're only good for sauce. So instead of paying us $3 per box, they used to give us $1 per box, you know. And then sometimes they'd say, oh, no, leave them there. We'll see at the end of the day whether we can use them or not. And then we got 50 cents a box, you know, instead of $3. And a lot of that sort of rubbish, but it was more prejudice than anything else, you know.
Conflicts.
Conflicts and stuff like that. And the big factories wouldn't pay, or some of the businesses wouldn't pay. So, you know, if we had that technology then, it would have just stopped them from doing that, you know.
Yeah, imagine the livestock worth a lot more, right, than vegetable. Like maybe $3,000 per head. And more. And sending it from Adelaide to Dubai.
Yep.
And now they can track and see the health of the animals.
Yes.
The humidity.
Is that
the
what
temperature.
You invented?
Yeah.
Oh, we got time up.
And then you have what do you call ammonia if the exhaust fan is broken. Yep. And throughout the ocean, many parts of it have no satellite. I mean, have no internet or mobile coverage. But
we have to take a break, Peng.
Yep.
Ron's telling me we've just gone over time, so we'll take a break and we'll come straight back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Back on a sec, everyone.
Yep.
Can you hear me?
Yep. Ready when you are.
Greeting everyone. This is a 12-minute session.
All right.
Okay, we've got 12 minutes this time. I'll keep an eye on the clock. You're listening to Happy Business Radio with Peter Salerno on Podcast City Radio.
Let's turn to Happy Business Radio's very own Peter Salerno for an inspiring business quote.
Okay, this is a quote that a lot of people in business should really listen to. And it says, the only place where success comes before work is in the dictionary. And that was Vidal Sassoon, who Vidal Sassoon was makeup and all that sort of stuff, but very, very, very multi millionaire or billionaire. And of course, the other thing that success usually comes to those who are too busy to be looking for it. When you think about that, you know, it could have different meanings to different people. But the fact is, if you do the right thing, you do the work, and while you're working, then you become successful, because you can't be successful unless you do the work. It's as simple as that. So both those quotes go hand in hand. That's why I read them one after another. But this evening, we are really privileged to have Miro in here. Miro, who invented the stem cell or the stem and run-link technology. And because of him, we've got people now all over the world using it, and all over Australia and America, Africa, Europe, Asia. There are, and this evening we've got like half a dozen or a dozen people from different parts of the world. And, you know, a special guest, Latoya, all the way from the US, doing stuff, wonderful stuff in Philadelphia, but also in West Africa. So thank you so much for joining us. And I know it's like, you know, ridiculous hour in the early mornings over there, just so that we could record you. And the rest of our guests in other parts of the world, you know, in Kenya, Nairobi, and Africa, in other countries, and also in Thailand. So, you know, it's interesting when I look at it from a layperson's point of view, say, what is it about this that encourages you to do more? You know, so let me ask you, Dr. Peng. Where is he? Oh, he's gone. All right, we'll get him in a minute. He's automatically muted, I think. We'll come back to Dr. Peng in a minute. Dr. Sampong, right? You're using this in Thailand, like you said, in your own hometown, and you know, at the university and this places like that. What do you find so interesting about this? What do you think? How else can you use this?
Yeah, actually, we also ordered this about the 60 pieces of the chipset in order to train to the kid. I mean, from, let's say, like from 8 years old until the adult. They can also join us in order to come to practice at the library. And then after that, they get the idea how to apply this running in order to apply for their career. For example, if for example they would like to control the water pump, and then they can also use the mobile phone in order to program, and then also press the button in order to turn on, turn off, and learn like this, not only for the water pump, but for any kind of turn on and off, and get the signal from the smart farm, from the smart around the house, for example. And then they can also get the, like a, let's say, like a integrated the information from sensor, all sensor that important for their decision support system or DSS. And then this kind of information can also integrate and make their like a AI in order to make decision to do something better than better than no any kind of sensor. It's not blind. It is also like we know something in advance that something will be happen after we have the data. After we cook the data data from sensor, then we cook it, and then we get the information for the knowledge.
Yeah, excellent.
Something like this.
Yeah. Thank you. Now, with Eben, can he hear us at all? Eben is. He still can't. He's out. Asked to unmute, but we can't. What about ET? Can ET hear us? ET, can you hear us? I know we can see you there, but we can't hear you. Okay.
He's muted.
He's muted. Okay. Henry is still there. So Henry, are you muted as well? It's hard to see who's on, but we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, probably 10 people there that we're trying to talk to. But let me go back to Latoya. Latoya, you're helping these people from America. You're helping people in Africa or West Africa.
Yes.
Any idea how many people over there are using or starting to learn this RunLink technology?
I do not have the data on the numbers.
Yes.
But we spread the word.
Yes.
So
yes.
people can log in. We share. So with RunLink, we have these projects available online, online tools where they can actually access it using just their smartphone or laptop. So there's no particular control on our end as to how to monitor the numbers of whoever of the users.
Yes.
But they can access it and explore different projects. There's different levels from beginner to advanced projects that anyone can do. With Peter, you can do it on your break.
No, I
you
can't.
Can just
no,
try
I
it out,
can't. Look. Let me say this. Let me say this now, and I'll say it again and again. People say, "Oh, look, you can go on your phone. You can do this. You can that." I said, "No. You have to change the word to you could or it could be done, but not me, because I am as dumb as a dumb when it comes to computers. Honestly, I can't do a damn thing." And I'm
do not
serious.
believe that.
Yeah, believe me, believe me, I'm not very good with computers. And although I try, I basic stuff, and my phone does it all, but I'm really not that good with computers. And not that I'm scared of them or anything like that. It's just that I never ever was into computers, so it's something that I'm learning all the time as well. And since I've met Miro and a couple of other people, I've started to pick up. What I can say to people is I know what can be done with computers, so I'm not that naive. It's just I don't know how to do it. People say, "Oh, yeah, you can do this on your phone. You just go on your phone and you can do this." No, I can't. It can be done, but I can't do it. There's a difference. And this is important when you're teaching somebody, to say, "Oh, you can do this, you can do that." You say, "This can be done." So they say, "Oh, now I got to learn how to do it." And that's a big difference. I don't know. John, do you understand much about computers?
No, I don't understand much. But
Well, there you are.
like you, I do
can
so much,
confirm
and
that.
that's it.
Sorry?
He needs help. He needs help all the time.
Well, that's it. See, this is Alex's father. John is here with us in the studio, and Alex is a youth international winner. He's won several international awards, not just one. And here at the Wavell Showgrounds or at the Adelaide Showgrounds, he's won consecutive years, for his inventions and stuff like that. And there's his father right alongside him who supports him so well in everything he does. And he's probably a bit like me. He knows how to turn it on and how to turn it off.
I'm always saying to Alex, "Can you help me?"
Yeah.
Peter, you made a great point earlier, though. For one, you understood the context about the satellites. You mentioned you referenced having a big box phone to make phone calls to the satellites.
Oh, yes.
So just understanding fundamentals, you can easily pick up on it. You just apply what you already know to some of the add-ons that they teach you, and then you're getting jobs like Alex.
Yeah.
So you just try as a starting point. So I believe that you can do it.
Thank
And
you.
same
Thank
with
you for
same with you,
your
John.
thank you for encouragement. Look, Latoya, it's interesting you say that, because you know, by you saying that to me now on this podcast, somebody else somewhere in the world who's listening to this, you say, well, if Latoya said that, maybe I can do it. You see? So that's what this
Absolutely.
program's all about. So, you know, I really bless you, you know, and you should be blessed for the work you do in helping women, especially young girls. And like you said earlier, a lot of young girls don't get the opportunities like a lot of young boys do, you know, and there's a lot more, you know, not being biased or prejudiced or whatever, but some girls in some cultures are left, you don't have to study, only the boys study. You know, and I come from a European background, and I know that a lot of Europeans would send one or two of their boys to school, but the girls never ever went to school. And that hasn't changed much. You know, we sort of expect our daughters to be housewives, you know, where we expect our sons to be doctors and lawyers, you know, and then they say, why aren't you working the farm? Why aren't you coming back to work the farm? And they say, look, I would rather live in the city than live on the property, you know. So now in Europe, in other parts of Europe, they've got no farmers left, and the farmers have come from other countries to work. You know, in Italy, for example, there's not many Italians working the land. It's usually people from other countries. In Poland, there are people from other countries. In Germany, there are people from other countries, not the Germans themselves, working the land anymore. You know, so there's people from Africa and other countries in Africa or other parts of Europe and Eastern Bloc countries that come across to the West to work in the properties and in the farms and all that sort of stuff. So that's why I believe that this, you know, STEM is such an important thing to help and help everybody, you know. So
it fills in gaps. It definitely fills in gaps. And then you can even look at it from, you have a lot of seniors, elders, even military vets that have this intelligence, and they're just sitting there not using it. They can be building on their innovation by getting involved with some of these young people and helping them from what they know and their knowledge and experience, whether it's basic technical stuff or some of the complex stuff that they learn in the military, whether they're injured vets or just aged out. They can add value also, like getting everybody involved. It's all about inclusivity.
And now you can do it online. You can do it from anywhere in the world.
Anywhere.
That's the good thing that you just shared. And I think that's what we're going to have to end up on this for a minute. We need to take a break, but it's important that we help everybody, you know, and it's available for everybody, like you said, that anybody can do it as well. So, you know, like I know that my quest this year, and like I say, I'm going to learn something new, you know, or I'm going to expand on what I know. And if I can encourage anybody to, wherever you are today, to try and learn something new this year or between now and a year's time. So in a year's time, you'll know how to play a guitar that you didn't know. You'll know how to use an instrument or whatever it is, you know, computer or whatever. So try and learn something, or whether it's a language or whatever, and you'll find that it will enrich your whole soul in many, many, many ways. We have to take a break. We have to take a break because Ron's looking at me crooked. Okay, Ron, I'm sorry. Thank you. We'll come straight back.
You're back on Microsoft.
Okay.
Yeah, when we come back, Peter, can we introduce Gideon? He has a good story to reinforce Georgetown and Adelaide Sister City relationship.
Okay.
In fact, Gideon also met Alex and John and myself, because we did a workshop at that school, and he was the head. What do you call it?
She's the president of Innovation Club, Creativity and
Do you know how to
Innovation.
use phones?
Yeah.
I can't
He was the MC.
seem to get mine back.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the MC.
Trying to get this photograph.
Peter, just ask Gillian Lee to unmute to get ready.
Gideon, can you unmute? Can we hear you?
Still a quick mic check. Make sure it's all working.
Hello.
Yes,
is my
we
mic
can
clear?
hear you. Wonderful.
Yeah, hello. Yeah.
We don't want to
Nice
leave you out. So you can share your ideas now. Being such a good
nice to be part of
MC,
it.
yeah, for the workshop, share your idea about how we'll chip in, how to reinforce the sister city relationship between Adelaide and Georgetown.
Kieran from Nepal has joined, has he?
Oh, Kieran is there too. Kieran
I think
probably
he's
want to explain his stem cell center he's building.
Okay, we've only got a 5-minute
He's
session.
just joining. Yes.
Yeah, we've only got 5 minutes left on this whole program because it's gone. The 15 minutes went so fast. The 12 just gone, disappeared.
Slightly over time and 12.
So look, I just want to. Okay, so who we've got now? We're going to talk to Gideon.
Gideon from Penang.
Yep, from
Georgetown.
Penang, is it?
Yeah, and he's the president of this high school Inventors Club.
Down the bottom.
And then you would have Kieran. Kieran has started a stem cell center, constructing one. He's about a quarter way there now. It costs about $30,000 US.
Wow.
He's crowdfunding and he's getting help from the municipality because it's a world first. He's introducing to these poor villages far 12 hours from the city.
Where's he from?
By bus. From Nepal.
Nepal, is that?
Yeah. And so Charles met up with him.
Yep.
And hopefully Charles can lend a hand for him to finish the stem cell center.
Gideon, can you turn on your video so we can also see it?
My video. I think fine, but I don't think it's working right now.
Okay, that's okay. That's okay.
I can give you 7 minutes, up to 7 minutes, but it's got to be.
We got 7 more minutes to wrap up.
Okay, Peter?
Yep.
Okay, ready to go?
Okay, so Gideon is from Nepal and...
No. Gideon's from Penang, Malaysia.
Penang. All right.
Kieran is from Nepal.
Yep.
We went to Kieran's Gideon's school.
So we'll talk to Kieran. Kieran, can you hear me? Hi, Kieran. Hello.
Kieran, you're muted.
Unmute yourself.
Yeah.
Okay, Kieran, can you hear me? Okay, we can't see you.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, Kieran, we're going to come straight after the music. We'll come straight into you. All right.
Kieran's from Nepal.
Kieran's from Nepal. Yep. Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Ron. All right, we're going to mute everybody and we'll come straight in.
Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Kieran.
Kieran, we're not started yet. We're waiting.
Okay.
Yeah, they are on.
You're listening to Happy Business Radio with Peter Salerno on Podcast City Radio. Yes, thank you. Thank you for listening. Look, this evening and today we've had, look, it's become a half a dozen different people that have come and gone, and now it's been a dozen people that have come and gone, and we're about to finish the program. But before we do, I want to say thank you to everybody that's listening. And if you've even been curious about what stem cell is all about and what RunLink is all about and what this Mirialto is all about, or Myalto, depending how you pronounce it. It's Myriota.
Mariota.
Mariota. That's how I would have spelled it. So anyway, it's pronounced different with different accents. But this information is like really growing. And a young man here that's just won the International Youth Championship in Malaysia. And there is people all over the world now using RunLink technology to help millions, I would say, of students that are going to grow and be using this information. And at the university, all around the world are starting to pick up on it. And now we've got somebody here from Nepal. Kieran, can you hear us, Kieran? He was there a second ago.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Kieran, you can hear us? Can you?
Yes, Peter.
Yes, welcome. Yeah. Welcome to program. Can you tell us very quickly what you're doing with this RunLink at the moment?
Yeah.
Now would be a good time.
Good afternoon, everybody.
Yep.
First of all, thank you, Peter, and thank you, Happy Business Radio Discussion Forum, for inviting me as a guest in the program. Actually, in our place, we are working hard to do something innovative in our place, and with the help of Stem Cell Foundation Australia and the Miriota satellite, we are going to teach students about first IoT, satellite, and we, through which we can control and monitor humidity, temperature, and light, and share the data across all over the world. And so, with the help of Rolling is a web page inside a Wi-Fi chip, and we have lots of Rolling with the help of Stripsil Foundation Australia. They have donated us, and we have been using Rolling since 5 years, and our students, our students get stem cell competitions, IoT competitions. They participate in STEM competition all across the Nepal, and we are representing our students in the capital city of Nepal, and they have achieved awards and also some financial help also. So
Excellent.
I must say to the Rolling.
Yeah,
Rolling.
Kiran, can you briefly, in 30 seconds, explain your new God's Valley Innovation Center?
Thank you, Peng. And our God's Valley, its name is Godavari Innovation Center. Thank you. You have named it the right name, Peng. It's the right
God's
name.
Valley.
Yes, Godavari, and it's in the God's name. It's the name of the goddess of our place. And Godavari Innovation Center is distributed in 2,600 square feet land, and it has all equipped materials, but there is a lack of some set of things. So we are re-innovating the Godavari Innovation Center. So we need some help. We need some help of the some donor agencies also, and our Godavari Innovation Center helps in 3 fields. First, STEM education. Second, innovation, and third, entrepreneurship.
Good.
And we have, we have got, yes.
Yeah, sorry. We have to try and move on. We want to try and get on to Gillian if he's available, because I mean, I'm so pleased to see or hear what you're doing there in Nepal, and we'll try and catch up to you soon so that we can find out more about what you're actually doing, so that people can hear what you're doing and maybe be able to support you in some way, or what you're doing will encourage other people to do a similar thing, like what Latoya is doing in America and West Africa, sorry, and the other people in East Africa, like Kenya and Nairobi and all over, Africa are doing this run link. So now in Nepal, you're doing the same thing. So Gideon, are you listening to us? Can you hear us now?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Good. Tell us what you've been doing. You're in Penang, right?
Yes, I am.
Good.
I am in Penang, but what I've been doing regarding running.
Yes. You got 1 minute, 60 seconds.
Just to be really frank here, I have not had too much experience with running, but actually there was a workshop held in my school where Dr. Miro, Mr. Alex Farmer, and his dad, Mr. John Farmer, they were all there.
Yep.
And we were introduced to this satellite IoT thing, and basically I never heard of it before. But when I heard of it, I thought that it was something that really had quite a lot of potential. But for example, if deployed at large scale, I think it could definitely be beneficial. Like for example, reinforcing the sister city relationship between Adelaide and Georgetown, for example, projects could be implemented like projects that involve data sharing, for example, like smart city projects like monitoring the environment and sharing data, collaborating on projects regarding sustainability, and so on.
Okay. Look, thank you so much. We're running out of time. The program's gone overtime already today, and Ron's going to cut everything I've said out because to make room for what you guys have been saying. So thank you so much to everybody who's been on. Thank you so much, and I'll try and have you all on again within a month or two and see where you go from here. All right. So thank you, Alex. Thank you for coming in. John, thank you for bringing him in.
Having us.
Miro, always a pleasure to have you in.
No, thank you.
And thank you to everybody and Latoya and all those others. It's been a pleasure meeting you, and God
Likewise.
bless all of you. And good luck with everything you're doing, and
Thank
the
you.
good that you're doing for the youth of tomorrow and everybody else. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Bye.
Bye bye.
You've been listening to Happy Business Radio with Peter Salerno. Make sure you tune in every Monday at 2 p.m. on Podcast City Radio. Don't forget to download our podcasts from wherever you get your podcast from. Make sure you like, share, follow, and subscribe so you don't miss a thing.
Gideon's still there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Now
Thank
you can
you,
talk
Gideon.
offline. Yeah, Gideon, any more thing to say, or Kiran? Let me just help Kiran a little bit.
Okay.
And help him out together. And I understand Charles may be going there again next week, if possible, to meet up with the Prime Minister of Nepal. He already met the former Prime Minister, and they're inviting him back there again. And so he has very bravely went to the bank to borrow some money. And I think in total, he told me it's about 30,000 US dollars. I think he's about halfway there now. Foundation's late. They are putting up the truss now of the roof.
Mm-hmm.
And so 2,600 square foot building in the middle of nowhere, near the mountains. 12 hours by bus to Kathmandu city.
Wow.
So they're very remote area. And thanks to Kiran, these kids around him, we call it God's Valley. It's actually Goda Valley. But I call it God's Valley in order to remember it. But he just said it is actually the meaning of a goddess, Goda. So the others, he's hoping that the municipality will see the value of what he's doing to finish the project. So if we can get a band together from America, from Malaysia, from Australia, with the likes of the industry manufacturer like NovaFast, he will be able to finish the project and help a lot of people and help ourselves too. He will be a spearhead.
Yes.
I'm sure if Charles go back there, he will take a 12-hour bus trip to meet up with Charles again, second time, and hopefully meet up with the Prime Minister.
Oh, well, that's good. That's what this is all about. It's about helping everybody and, keep growing,
He helped me a lot. I went to see his uncle over there, had dinner with his uncle when I was in Nepal.
Nepal.
He's a constitutional lawyer.
Yeah.
Oh, excellent.
And by the way, speaking of Nepal, one of the billionaires, even though Nepal all the time we hear is very always in need of help, right? Earthquake relief and things like that. There is a billionaire that Miro is teaching his students in Melbourne.
Wow.
It's called Melbourne Institute of Technology, MIT.
Yep.
Okay. And he came to Australia many years ago as a student. He acquired a lot of real estate. He's an Australian billionaire, not Nepal billionaire.
From
He
Nepal.
started
from Nepal. Yeah. Good
Nepal.
on him. Yeah.
And so we want to engage him so that he can lend a hand. I think he donated 1 billion rupees, about 200,000 US dollars during the earthquake relief. So to help him to finish, and they will get a license. If he put up some money, Kiran could be helping him to even get more students from India, from Africa, from all over the world to Melbourne.
Excellent.
And I think he's interested in Lot 14, investing there. So he's Australian from Nepal.
All right. Well, look, thank you very much. I've got to go to, I've got another meeting that I have to go to.
Can we take a quick picture? Are people still around?
Yeah. I've taken a few pictures already.
Yeah. A group picture on the Zoom.
Yeah, I've taken a couple while everybody was on there.
Oh, nice.
And then I'll send them.
Most people have gone from the Zoom.
Yeah, that people.
Gideon and Topon, I think.
Yeah. So you can share that. We'll share that around. If you can forward it to Miro. The photos that you took earlier.
We can take some screen captures from the Zoom as well later.
Yeah.
Sure. So
right.
John, you got a big story to tell now. Your son has got a part-time job if he wants to.
Yeah.
Yep, that's good.
And
Look,
I think
I'm going to take some
next
photographs.
I should consider that because these companies are linked up to the Premier.
Yep. Well, the thing is that in Adelaide at the moment, it's trying to be a technology centre. So it's going to help everybody.
Yeah. By the way,
We've lost
sorry,
Ron.
the last important
I
information,
just switch it off.
Peter.
Go on,
You
yes.
switched it off.
Yeah, is
No, we want him to switch it off. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
The Premier is launching the state government satellite end of this month,
Oh, good.
connected to Runling through my
Aboriginal name, Karnini.
Karnini. Oh, there you are. Instead of Runling.
It's a Karnini satellite, but it's also part of Mariota's fleet of satellites too. They also
fantastic.
And we're going up to Port Augusta. We'll help the Aboriginal students to connect to the Karnini satellite.
Fantastic. How much does one of those boxes cost? What are they?
300 Australian.
Oh, that's not a lot.
$2.99.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent. All right. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
John. Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Alex.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Yeah,
Thank you,
bye-bye.
guys. Dr.
Thank you,
Sompong.
Dr. Sompong.
Bye.
You have a good
Thank
day.
you. Bye-bye.
Well done. That was
Thank you,
good.
Dr. Sompong. Thank you. You're an inspiration to me.
Thank you, Ron.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sompong.
See you soon.
He's already from Latoya. So chase that up.
Okay.
Her. I
Yes.
send you details to Latoya already.
Yeah, I'll take a
Okay. Thank you.
And I'll send her detail to you now. We'll catch up
okay.
soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Sit down here. Trophy here. You with the gold medal. Gold medal. Where do you want it? That way?
that way. WY.